Muita heroína, quando ainda era menina, se perdeu sem perceber. Fostes mãe sem ser casada, simplesmente foste usada, mas o colégio
Goodness. Good to be here, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's get this out of the way first. I use a leave-in conditioner, okay? Let's talk about something else, man. Let's move on. Let's not dwell. My name is Lachlan. Black people, you can call me Lachlan. It's cool, I'm down. My full name is Lachlan Thomas Richard Patterson. That's the name my parents came up with because they wanted me to grow up and become an entire law firm. That is what they were anticipating. They had big hopes and dreams. All 4 partners. It's kind of ambitious. Unfortunately for them, I didn't get the grades to work in a law firm. I got the grades to work in a mattress firm. I don't know if that was enough to please Don and Doug. But I'm still doing pretty well. In fact, I just received a letter from my bank. Outstanding balance. Thank you very much. Thank you. Number 1 balance there. They call me every week to remind me that I've exceeded my limit there. So jealous they're asking me for money. Can you believe? I am good at banking. But it wasn't always easy for me growing up. I come from a mixed race family. My mother is white and my father is dark white, so I have a very diverse mix of white people in my genetics. It's hard being white, man. People probably don't want to hear about the challenges that the white man faces. I know it's not a popular time for white people to complain, but we got challenges too, man. They're just different. Black people, of course, have challenges. Black people have to worry about getting shot by the police for doing nothing wrong. That's terrible. But white people, we got to worry about getting promoted before we're really ready for it. And honestly, if you don't have the right training, it can get very awkward firing someone who does. Being white means being born with the guilt of knowing that my ancestors probably owned slaves. That's not great, right? I'm not even comfortable sleeping in a master bedroom anymore. I have to use the pull-out in the suite. It's not as cozy. What? I'm serious. I'm trying to be serious. I get it, you know, you look at me, you go, this guy doesn't have any obstacles. And you're right, I don't have any obstacles. That's my biggest obstacle. Not having anything to overcome has made it very hard to accomplish anything. My parents have always encouraged me and told me I could accomplish anything I wanted to. Well, what's the point then, really? Why try if I already know I can do it, Mom? Point is, we all have challenges, you know? We all have challenges. You, me. For some people, that challenge is a 10-year battle with cancer. For others, it's a fight with drug addiction. Or in my case, that my cheekbones are so high, they hang up my cell phone. when I'm talking. The point is that we're all together in this struggle called life. We have to. But even with challenges, I try to be a good person. I never abuse drugs. I always take the dosage my dealer recommends, so I make sure to. I'm not an idiot. With marijuana being legal in so many parts of North America now, it's raised a lot of concerns about side effects like hallucinations and short-term memory loss. And I could tell you, as someone who's used marijuana, those aren't side effects, those are the effects. If I'm not getting those, I want my money back. I definitely want those. I want to give me some of them side effects. To be honest, the only time I ever use marijuana is when I have a task to do that's just a little too easy, and I want to make it more of a challenge, right? When life presents you with no obstacles, you have to make your own, so. Like one time I woke up and all I had to do all day was mail a check. I can't do that sober. What am I gonna do with the rest of the afternoon? I need to get high and stretch this out. Because how hard is mailing a check, right? You put it in the envelope, and then you stick the envelope in the mail slot. But what happens if right after you stick it in the mail slot, you can't remember if you put the check inside, huh? Now we got ourselves a day, you know? It's a challenge. Gotta find a stick. A nice, good stick and some gum or... I quit smoking weed for 3 months, and I noticed that my memory did improve, but I also noticed that me and my dog weren't talking as much, and I have to... You notice how well pets are doing? You notice they're sitting right next to us on planes now. They got social media accounts. They're getting jobs. Like therapist? Can you believe therapist? Really? That's a good job. I can't get that job. Most of us can't be a therapist. You know how hard it is to become a therapist? Gotta go to college and you gotta get a master's degree, and then you gotta accumulate several hours of monitored clinical experience. And then you're hanging out at a cocktail party and someone asks what you do for a living, you tell them they're a therapist, and they look back and go, really? So's my cat. So is Mr. Bubbles. Pets, man, you got any pets, dude? Yeah, what you got? Turtle? That's not a pet. I have the opposite. I have a pet rabbit. I have a pet rabbit, which is probably slower than your turtle. I have a very slow rabbit. His name's Bananas. And I didn't know anything about rabbits when I got it. Originally, I only got him to test all my hair products on, but he says I take good care of him. I only feed him humanely raised succotash, no suffering succotash whatsoever. My buddy goes, you got a rabbit? Cool, what kind of rabbit is it? And I said, what? There's kinds? I had no idea there were kinds. I found out there's several different kinds of rabbits, so I studied them. I studied the different shapes and color patterns. And I found out that I have a bunny rabbit. So it's of the bunny species of rabbit. Did a little more research online. I found out that bunny rabbits are very fragile. In fact, if you're not careful, you can frighten them to death. Yeah. Which sucks because mine keeps getting the hiccups, and he doesn't know what to do, and I don't know what to do. It's very confusing. I was looking online, they have over 10,000 cures for hiccups, man. We really went to town on hiccups. Scientists were really worried about a hiccups outbreak. 10,000? That's a bit much, don't you think? They only found one for polio, do you know? Just one for polio. Probably because they were working so hard on hiccups, they didn't have a lot of time to get to polio. One of the cures is to tickle the person, but I'll just take hiccups, man. I'm just gonna ride out these hiccups. I don't want to be tickled. Oh man, if you're ticklish, you can't even tell people you're ticklish. That's the worst part, is I can't even tell you I'm ticklish, because as soon as you tell people you're ticklish, they don't believe you. They need to see for themselves. And they start to tickle you. Everything else, they take your word for it. If you tell people you have a lactose intolerance, they're just like, good. They don't force you down and start shoving sticks of butter down your throat and, I'm not buying it. Prove it. But what people don't realize is, who aren't ticklish, is when you're being tickled, your body, you lose control of your motor functions and your body, and it hurts, and you can't breathe, and you think you're gonna die. But your face says, hey man, keep it going. I'm having the time of my life right now. Don't completely ignore the screams for mercy. It's the worst. Ugh, ticklish. I got shingles once, man. Shingles tickles, burns, aches, and itches all together, all at the same time for 3 weeks. And it's terrible. It's also a terrible name for a virus, because I don't know if they knew this. It was already taken by a very successful roofing material. I don't know if they didn't do their research on that, but I can tell you it makes it very confusing when you're lying in bed looking for ways to treat your shingles. And the number one answer is 3 coats of Thompson's Water Seal, okay? Come on, spell it different. Put a Z on the end. Shingles. I'm eating better, doing a little better. Trying to eat better. Go to the grocery store. Get the good eggs. Do you get the good eggs? Some people don't even know what the good eggs. There's so many options for eggs, but you got cage-free. That's an option. I think that's a good option. Let the eggs out of the cage. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let the eggs out of the cage. And they got the pasture-raised eggs for an extra $1. Why not? Let the eggs out in the field. Let them roll around in the sun. Let them listen to the birds. Let the eggs roll in the fields for an extra $1. I get the best eggs. For $1 more, I get the eggs, and it says on the carton that the farmer and his wife are in a good relationship. I don't want any bickering around my eggs. I don't want any drama in my quiche. It's hard to eat healthy, man. It's getting harder to eat healthy too. They just put a bar in my grocery store, and now people are just drinking in the grocery store. That sounds like fun, People just getting hammered at the grocery store. Sounds like a great idea, get drunk and go through your grocery list. Yeah! Until you wake up the next morning and stumble to your fridge and realize you left your groceries. Gotta do that embarrassing walk back in. Hey, I think I was here last night. Yeah, I remember you. You bought everybody avocados. You were out of your mind. Speaking of avocados, I don't know who's in charge of picking them, but how about maybe waiting a couple of days? Would that be... Is that too much to ask? Just give them some time. Just want to eat it. I don't want to raise it. I gotta... Every morning I wake up. Nope, not today. Cancel the party, honey. We don't have guacamole. Monday, not ready. Tuesday, not ready. Wednesday, rotten. What? What kind of... What's the window on these things? Like... Took a nap. Took a 2-hour nap. Go out to eat sometimes. It's fun going out to eat, but I'm terrible at picking restaurants. I don't get it. I don't know what to look for. I drive by this restaurant all the time, and on the sign it says, it's got the name of the restaurant, and above it, even in bigger letters, it says under new management. That doesn't make me want to eat there more. I don't even know what the manager does. Does he schedule the staff? Who cares if he's got a new manager? It just makes me feel bad for the manager that used to work there. Just every time he drives by, he's got to see that, how much happier they are. That's not nice. I get it, okay? I wasn't a good employee. But come on. This is ridiculous. I live here. Picture that last day on the job. Come in the office, John. I got some good news and some bad news. The good news is you're fired. Oh, Jesus, the good news is, what's the bad news? Well, the bad news is we're gonna tell everybody. We're gonna let everybody know that walks by that you don't work here anymore. I think it'll drum up more business if people know when they come inside you won't be here. I think that will make them eat more. It's tough to order online. Like ordering pizza, that used to be way easier. Used to be all you had to do is just call a guy, and he'd be like, hey, and you'd be like, you tell him what you want, you just pull a little pencil out of his ear and be like, sure, I'll make that for you. And they just bring it to you, and you just eat it. But now, before you can eat the pizza, you gotta go online and set up a pizza profile. Gotta come up with a strong pizza password. You don't want anyone hacking into your pizza account and switching all your toppings. Open the box. Cabbage and beet. I didn't order a cabbage and beet. Who would make... Oh, the goddamn Russians must have... Oh, man. Those... Goddamn... Son of a... Should have used a stronger password. I should have used a capital G. Spent all that time coming up with your password, and then you log in, it goes, when would you like your pizza? What? When? How about before I came up with all my pizza security questions? How about then? That would have been nice. Been nice to maybe have a slice while I was reading through all the pizza terms of agreement. When? What do you mean, when? Let me tell you something. The only time anyone wants pizza is already. That's it. That's the only... That's it. Already. Nobody plans pizza. Pizza just happens. And then you feel a regret. That's how I want pizza. But now with online pizza, they want you to share all your information so they can build a relationship with you. They start sending you text messages. Hey, just so you know, I'm going into the oven. What? I don't care. Why are you telling me this? We're not... Hey, I'm folding the box. Good for you. You're doing your thing. I'm doing my thing. I'll see you when you get here. Hey, should we tell your friends on Facebook you're having pizza? What? No, I don't want anyone to know about us. This is just between you and me, all right, pizza? Let's keep this a secret. Then you wake up that next morning and you get that look down, you see all those curled up pizza crusts on the floor. And marinara sauce all over your sweatpants. You think to yourself, what have I done? Roll over and you see that text message. How about a large pepperoni? What? You're still here? I thought you left. I didn't know we were still. How many stars would you give the pizza? Look, we had some good times. I'm not gonna lie to you, pizza, but you gotta get out of here, seriously. I got a Thai chicken salad coming over. I can't have you. Gotta get the, take the back door. What I'm trying to say is that all relationships are challenging. Doesn't matter what you're in, man. Especially same-sex relationships. Those sound way too difficult. For one thing, the sex is the same. Do you ever think about that? There's no surprises at all. As soon as you get naked, you look at your partner and go, oh, you were gonna do that? So was I. That's exactly what I had planned on. Oh. I love women. I think they're great too. I think it's great. I'm grateful for women. Oh man. Before hanging out with women, I didn't even know you could send food back. I thought you had to. I thought you had to eat that food because it's exactly what you ordered, but no, you can send it back halfway through and order something else that's not even on the menu. It's awesome. They're the best. And I think it's great that women are standing up for equal rights and breaking down the barriers of social inequality. Just so you know, ladies, you can still buy a Lazy Susan online. I don't know if we're just letting that one slide, but I happen to think Susan was brilliant. I think she just wanted to sit down and eat with her family. It's ridiculous. I'm surprised they didn't name the electric can opener that Diane's got pussy wrists. You know, I just saying that we have a long way to go still. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Women are the best. I'm glad I'm a man, though. Being a man's a lot easier, you know? We got it pretty easy being a man, you know? Being a man is great because all I have to do is, when I wake up, is figure out what shirt and pants I'm gonna wear. That's all we wear, pretty much. Men have been wearing shirt and pants since the dawn of time. Every morning I wipe my face and go, what shirt-pant combo is it gonna be today? Women, oh man, women got way tougher. Women wake up and go, let's see, what shall I become? That's gotta be tough. What role shall I play in today's movie of me? I don't know. Because you're always trying to surprise us, and we love it. We love that you're doing that. Please don't stop trying to surprise us. We love it. We love your surprises. It's getting a lot harder to surprise us, though, I think. Used to be really easy to surprise a man. Used to be hundreds of years ago, all you had to do is show us your ankles. That blew our minds. Couldn't believe that. We were like, is that legal? Then after the war, they started showing us their knees. Yeah, that was pretty surprising. That was amazing. That made the front page of the newspaper. Do you know that? The women show knees. What a surprise. I think that's what I read. But now it's really hard to surprise us. And Now the only way to surprise us is if you show us your butthole. That's about it. I'm just saying it's a lot harder now, so. Being a man's so nice. Only gotta look in the mirror once a day, that's it. Once a day, men look in the mirror. To men, the mirror is just a reference. We're like, yep, that's me, all right. See you tomorrow, mirror. Still me. Showtime. Because we know what we look like. We look the same all the time. But women gotta look in the mirror all the time because they're constantly changing. So they bring a mirror with them everywhere they go. They pull it out in the middle of the hallway. Oh, yep, that's still me. All right. That was close. Even keep a magnifying mirror in the bathroom. Jeez. Hats off to women for looking into a magnifying mirror every morning and still having the courage to go outside. Just no wonder you're always so angry at us. I'd be angry too if every morning I had to see my face 10 years from now. Must be tough. I have a woman and she's amazing. She's so, it's the best. We are having a good time together. She's great. I'm trying to learn. I've been going out with her. We've been going out for 11 years. And thank you, yes. It's great, 11. And I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about women and the language they speak. And I'd like to share with the men in the room some of the words that might be confusing. So when a woman says never mind, that means mind more than you've minded anything. You might want to focus on minding this right now if I say never mind. Just go ahead without me? That means you're not going anywhere without me. Stay here, and I will decide if and when we go anywhere at all. That's what go ahead without me means. We'll talk about this later means we'll talk about this forever. We're always gonna talk about this. We are never gonna stop talking about this. We're just different. She's very clean. I thought I was clean as her, and then I came home one day and she goes, "Did you spill something in the garbage?" So, I don't even... What? I mean, yes, I spill everything in the garbage. That's where I do all my spilling. Most of my spilling. And why is the sink wet? The sink is soaking wet. What? I think the problem is she can see the dirt that I can't see. I don't know how she sees dirt. One time she came home and she walked in the living room and she goes, why is the floor so dirty? And I looked down and I said, "What are you talking about? It's spotless." And so she just went and grabbed the broom anyway and just started sweeping in front of me for like 10 minutes. And eventually she pulled a pile of dirt in front of me and just looked at me. And I looked back and said, "Yeah, if you gather it in a group, I mean, obviously. Not if you spread it out. It's spotless. Just push it into the clean areas and slide it under some stuff. You don't need to gather it together in a..." But we're getting along. We go to couples therapy every week because she needs therapy and she won't go alone, so I drive her there. Make sure she gets the help she needs. Because I love her, that's why. Because I love her very much. And if you love a woman, you should tell her you love her. Don't hold that back. But just so you know, once you tell a woman you love her, you gotta keep saying it. Because they forget. It's the only thing they forget. They will remember everything else. I can promise you that. They will. Very weird. I don't know. I don't know why that's. I only had to tell her I love shrimp one time. That was. Never brought it up again. Never woke me up in the middle of the night. Do you love shrimp? What?
What are you talking about? What time is it?
Never mind what time it is. Just answer the question. Do you love shrimp? What? Of course I love shrimp. Told you when I met you I love shrimp. What the hell's wrong with you? Well, it's just that lately it doesn't feel like you love shrimp. What? I'll always love shrimp. Oh, it'd be nice if you said it more often. Fine, I love shrimp. Never mind. Oh. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here she goes. We'll talk about this later. We're not married yet, but, you know, thinking about it. I think a lot of people get married too early. That's a big mistake, I think, before you really know each other. I think if you're thinking of getting married, go with your partner and rent a tandem bicycle and just see how far you get. Just see how long you last. Because you can't argue on a tandem bicycle. It's way too dangerous. You could kill yourself if you're not in perfect harmony. I'm pretty sure a woman invented the tandem bicycle. Guy probably woke up and said, "Hey, it's a beautiful day. We should probably go for a bike ride." And the woman said, "Sure, as long as we can weld the bikes together." What? Just weld them together. Don't you think that'll be dangerous? Not if we communicate effectively. Shouldn't be a problem at all. Not if we talk about where we're going and stop and reflect on where we've been and determine how far we've gotten and whether we want to continue down that path or look at other paths. Or you could just go without me, you know? You could just... go without me. When we fight, it's hard on me when we fight because most of my friends are single and oh man, they just don't understand the investment you made when you're talking to them. You'd be at a bar and they'll be like, "Hey man, you seem down, what's wrong?" And I'll be like, I'm nothing, my woman's mad at me because I used up all her conditioner. Bounce, dude. Get out. You don't need her. What? I think I just need to get more conditioner. I think. Nah, you could crash in my shed. What? I'm not crashing in your shed. I just bought an avocado. I gotta see this thing through. Just not gonna leave with a one-day-old avocado. Flowers is always great, don't you think? You ever get your woman flowers? Good, man. Does he get you flowers? Good, yeah, because you know flowers. Women love flowers. It's a tradition that dates back hundreds of years to when the first man went to his woman, "Hey, what can I do to make you happy?" And she said, "I'll tell you what you can do. You can go out in the woods and you can find me the most fragile, innocent-looking thing that grows out of the earth, and you can rip it out and bring it to me so that I can watch it slowly die on my coffee table. That would make me happy. You could do that." Make it happen. And don't bring me the dirt that comes with it. I don't want to watch it grow. I want to watch it slowly die. Get your woman flowers. Get her flowers. There's no excuse. They're everywhere now. They can sell them at Home Depot, for God's sakes. Right next to the plumbing. I always get my woman flowers when I'm at Home Depot, just in case I can't fix what I'm there for, you know? Just have those flowers on standby. Hey, baby, I got you these roses, and we need an entirely new bathroom. The pipes in there are all wrong. You're gonna want to put those in water. There's water all over the floor that you can scoop up. But we're doing awesome. We just had a kid. We just had a little. Thank you. It's pretty amazing. He's brand new, man. Brand new, fresh out. It's weird. If you don't have a kid, you don't know this, but I didn't know this either. When your baby's born, you fall in love instantly. The moment he comes out, I fell in love. Which is weird because everyone else before that, I've always taken my time to get to know before I fell in love. But with him, I just fell in love, and he doesn't even know who I am. He's like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "I love you." It's very weird. For anyone who's thinking of having a kid, if I could give you a recommendation, take your time, before you fall in love. I think too many parents rush into a very serious relationship with their newborn, and then you find out it's just not the right fit, The chemistry's not there. So you'd cry all the time, man. He cries all the time. So we got him a sound machine, one of those sound machines to help him sleep better, but it doesn't work. He ends up screaming all night. Whatever you do, don't get the Miami sound machine. That one is, oh my, just way too much Gloria Estefan to fall asleep to. But he's awesome. Can't wait to see him. Can't wait to go home and smell him. And use his little fingers to unsubscribe from emails. Oh man, I can't wait. My finger's too big. He's gonna grow up in a different world, man. Crazy world. He's gonna grow up in all internet. Like, did you grow up before the internet? Me too, man. I grew up before the internet, so I got to see both. And he's never gonna learn to drive. He'll probably have a driverless car, so he'll never have to learn to drive like a lot of you. So it's gonna be hard for him. There's a lot of bad drivers out there, man. I'll say it. I'll even go this step. I'm not even mad at you. I get it. It must be tough when you're a bad driver and you get behind that wheel and you don't know what you're doing and there's cars driving by. I used to feel like that too. And then I met a driver and he gave me this one piece of advice that changed my entire driving perspective. And I've been a better driver ever since. And I want to share it with you. And hopefully it'll make you a better driver too. He said, what did he say? Oh yeah. Go! Just Jesus. Come on. I love to drive, man. Love driving. This is a cool thing I see people do. I might do this. This is a cool way. You put your T-shirts over your car seats to help keep stains off your upholstery. I think that's great. Cool bonus, it also lets would-be burglars know you have nothing of value. You are poor. It's your T-shirt car seat. I get the premium gas in my car. I always put premium in my car because, I can afford it. I have an outstanding balance, so I think I'm doing pretty good. Who the hell buys medium gas anyway? Figure it out, man. Talk to your financial advisor and figure out if you're rich or poor and get the right gas. Quit living this medium life. Love driving, man. My dad still drives. 82, still driving. Pretty cool, right? He's awesome. Still driving at 82. I think that's cool. There's no limit to how long you can drive. Do you know that? You can keep driving for as long as you live. They haven't really figured out when you can no longer drive. I think I figured it out. I think it's when you start driving with your mouth open. I think that might be the time to park the Buick, maybe. Check the bus schedule. I mean, if you're spinning through the intersection on black ice, I get it. Open your mouth. That's crazy. But if you're just waiting for a parking spot at the bingo parlor, they make them take an eye test every year to see if you can still drive. Fine, take the eye test. But if you nail it with your mouth open, that doesn't count, okay? I don't think that should count. F? L? That's a Q. No, you're done. I can't. No. Give me your keys. Give me the key. But he's great. Teaches me patience, man. If you ever want to learn patience, sit down with your old man and watch him enter his email address with an Apple TV remote. That'll slow you down. If you have old people in your life, get to know them, man. Because the new old people we got coming are going to be the worst old people we've ever had. We got some terrible old people coming. Look out. 50 years from now, no one's going to give a crap about old people. See, the old people we have now still have great stories. You ever sit with an old person and ask them about their photo album? Every photo has an amazing story. You could just point to anyone. Hey, what's this? What's this, Grandma? Oh, I remember this. Here is a picture of your great-grandfather standing beside Charles Lindbergh right before he flew across the Atlantic, the first ever transatlantic flight in history. What? That's amazing. Can you imagine what it's going to be like at 50 years from now? Sitting with your grandma. Hey, what's this, Grandma? I remember this. Here is a picture of my breakfast. What? Look at the swirl in the coffee. What an egg. Oh, and look, here's a picture of the wing of a plane. What a wing. What a wing. Oh, and look at this. I remember this. Here is a picture of my butthole. What? What a butthole. Thank you very much. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, guys. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, you guys.
Prostituta, heroína, é tão triste a tua sina, é tão triste teu viver. Prostituta, heroína, quando ainda era menina, se perdeu sem perceber. ser casada, simplesmente foste usada, mas suportaste a dor. É mesmo no mau caminho, tu criaste teu filhinho, fruto do primeiro amor. Você diz que é parecido com o pai que foi embora. E se ele aqui chegasse, eu pediria que beijasse o lindo rosto da senhora. Não sei se ele a detesta, se disser que tu não presta, para mim tu és divina. Sou teu filho e me orgulho de chamar-te de mamãe, prostituta, heroína.